the day. So my team spat a card out at me this morning. This is a reading for the 3rd or the 4th of January, depending on what side of the date line you are on. The card that came out today is self-love. Now, I can't remember if we've had this one before. Trouble is, I know my cards reasonably well, so they pop up and I'm like, oh, haven't we seen this one? Anyway, I'll read it to you. Today, I love myself fully. I accept myself exactly as I am. I am able to recognize my own divinity and to appreciate the purity of my soul. I take the time to care for myself. I enjoy myself. I nourish myself. I am kind to myself. I am grateful for who I am. Now, I know a lot of us, when we're grieving, actively grieving, self-love can be something that's very, very difficult for us to find, for us to dig into, for us to open to. And yet looking back, I can actually see that that's exactly the journey that Sue was taking me on, that journey of self-love, learning to love me by showing me that I was lovable. And so when she passed, I realized that that's what I needed to do for myself. I needed to love myself the way that she had loved me. So this is a really good card right now because, a lot of people made New Year's resolutions 3-4 days ago. A lot of people have already fallen off that wagon. And we tend to beat ourselves up a lot. And when we do that, when we criticize ourselves, we're not coming from a place of love, of self-love. Just as when we criticize others, we're not coming from a place of love. And we're never going to really be able to embrace others as the divine and love them without judgment until we're able to love ourselves without judgment. So this is a really important message, this card today. Today I love myself fully. I accept myself exactly as I am. Because I am okay as I am. You are okay exactly as you are. A perfectly imperfect, hot, messy human. That's how we're supposed to be. I am able to recognize my own divinity and to appreciate the purity of my soul. And for me, that was a big lesson. I was pretty angry with my soul for a while there. I felt that it was a little bit full of itself, thinking that the challenges that it had lined up for us were things that I would be able to cope, we would be able to cope with. And then I started to come to realize that actually my soul has the higher view. My soul sees things from a different perspective, a much broader perspective than I ever will as a human being. So maybe it was time to trust it. Maybe it was time to accept the experiences that it wanted us to have. And appreciating the purity and the higher knowing the broader knowing. I don't really like the terms higher and lower because it creates like in our brains, it creates a hierarchy, and I don't believe there is a hierarchy. I take the time to care for myself. So what have you done today to take care of you? What are your plans today? Something to take care of you, whatever that is, because self-care is a really important part of self-love. Doing something just for you, not for somebody else, but for you. And it's not selfish taking care of you. As women, and I guess some men, I'm not sure, I can't speak for men because I've never been one, but as women, we're taught to look after ourselves as being selfish, but it's not. Because if we look after ourselves, we have the energy to look after others. I'm always reminded of, they've just shown me the story of on the airplane, you always put your own gas mask on, oxygen mask on first before you put your oxygen mask on your child. Because if you pass out, you can't help your child at all. Enjoy yourself. Nourish yourself. Do things that nourish your being. But not just your being, not just this body, but do things that nourish your soul. Watch the sunrise or the sunset. Stop and smell the roses. Investigate the beauty of a flower. And be kind to you. So our mantra for today is, I am grateful for who I am. Look yourself in the mirror. As you clean your teeth this morning, look yourself in the eyes and say, I am grateful for who I am. I am grateful for who I am. And have a fabulous day. May you be grateful for the glorious, wonderful, loving being that you are. Blessed be.